Hello everyone, welcome to Visuddha congregations. Whenever you happen to be a part of any Hindu religious activity, when there's a process of offering food to any of our deities, you consistently hear some phrases. Pranaya swaha, udanaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, apanaya swaha, and samanaya swaha. Are you familiar with these terms? Any idea what these phrases are used for? What does it actually mean? If you're not, then stay tuned on this video for the next few minutes. Most of you are familiar with Panchabhutas: air, water, earth, fire, and vacuum. Our human body, in general, a body of any living being, is consisting of these five elements, and the balance ratio between these elements define construct of a body. Similarly, for the driving force behind our bodies, which we can call it life, which we can call it soul, which we can call it as prana, is consisting of five elements called panchavayus or panchapranas, and they are prana, udana, vyana, samana, and apana. As you see on your screen, these are in scientific terms, where these can be analogous to the gases. Okay, these are the five vayus that exist within the body and also circulate in and out of the body. In turn, these are responsible for regulating the life of any living being. The first and foremost element of our life is pranavayu, which more or less is analogous to our respiratory system in scientific terms. So, the direction in which this pranavayu is regulated is into the respiratory system. It can be through the soft spot on the top of our head for children, or it can be through the ears, it can be through the nose, it can be through the mouth. Whatever the air we inhale, which gets circulated into our lungs and is responsible for supplying oxygen and necessary gases into the blood, is all regulated through this mechanism called pranavayu. It is believed that when this pranavayu is perfectly regulated, your respiratory action is intact, your human emotions, emotional level, emotion quotient is intact, you possess just the required and right amount of pride and also the quest for identity. Similarly, a very positive mindset and a very positive character. Whenever there is an imbalance of pranavayu, whether it is more or whether it is less, you tend to experience some respiratory dysfunctions or imbalanced emotions and too much pride or quest for identity and some disturbances with the mindset. When you experience this, there's just a simple technique to treat this. Just press the tips of your ring finger and little finger, as you see on the slide, firmly with your thumb for few minutes a day, and this will try bringing a balance of pranavayu within your body. Of course, when your life has to come to a standstill, this pranavayu will be the first one to deplete in your body. And these five Panchavayus, they all coexist. There has never ever been a scenario where pranavayu left human body, and of course there are other mm, elements of this Panchavayu still intact in the human. There's never such case. The moment pranavayu leaves the body, you can more or less pronounce the body as dead because in just no time, remaining four elements start moving out of the body too. The second most important component of your human body is Udana Vayu. To understand what Udana does for you, you have to memorize some of your childhood lessons. Archimedes' principle, the effect of buoyancy, when there is a body of a certain weight under the influence of another fluid, the net weight of a body apparently seems reducing. Same case with our Udana Vayu in our bodies as well. Example, if I'm 90 kgs heavy, when I walk, I don't feel that. When I jump, I don't feel that. When I play, I don't feel that. This is because Udana Vayu creates the same buoyancy effect in our human body. There are plenty of schools in China, Taiwan, Japan, they call them Udana schools, where people are trained to increase the level of Udana Vayu in their bodies, especially for martial arts enthusiasts and for people perform who would like to perform in circus. Being lighter and buoyant becomes a prerequisite for their day-to-day life. So they practice enhancing these Udanavayu levels to achieve it. This is one of the reasons actually, if a human being is alive, when we have to lift a person, we never feel the person is so heavy. But the moment a person is dead, it takes minimum 4 to 6 people to carry the weight of the body. This is because the moment a person is dead, the moment pranavayu leaves, in no time udanavayu also leaves the body and there is no buoyancy effect thereafter. It's the weight is exactly what it is. So whenever you believe you need to get lighter or maybe you need to be athletic on the ground, practice Udana Vayu Mudra you see on the screen. It's simple. All three fingers except the little finger together and press the tips firmly with your thumb for a few minutes. You have to do this every day for a few minutes. This will make you lighter. And coming to the third element of your life, Vyana Vayu. This is more or less analogous to the antibiotics that we take. So this Vayu that circulate across the body is known for auto-healing capabilities, immunity, and preservative abilities. Um, 99% of the times, obviously, if this Vyanavayu has to deplete in your body, first the Pranavayu has to exit. Literally, you should be dead. And after a certain time following death, maybe few hours or sometimes one day, this Vyanavayu starts depleting in your body, then you realize the dead body starts stinking for us. Of course, there are few other ways where a Vyanavayu can deplete in your body. It can be due to some scorpion, some venomous scorpion, or some venomous snakes biting you, where you realize that you are alive, but certain parts of your body tend to get infected. Um, so, except those rare scenarios, 99% of the time it's upon death of the body in few hours, this Vyana depletes in your body. But of course, due to pollution and certain other things, the kind of lifestyles we live in, sometimes this Vyana Vayu tend to get imbalanced. It doesn't completely deplete, but they tend to get imbalanced, and that's the reason we get some skin allergies, some infections, and all. If you have to be immune to all this, practice the Vyana Vayu Mudra you see on the screen. Just your forefinger and middle finger together. Press the tips firmly with your thumb. You have to do this few times a few minutes, um, consistently for few months. Thereafter, you should see your immunity getting a boost. Coming to the fourth element of your life, apana vayu. This is more or less responsible for the release of gases or vayu or toxin, whatever you can call it, from the body through the excretory um, organs. And this is really important for us because there's a lot of accumulation of pressure within the body for various reasons. If you memorize Boyle's law that you would have studied in your childhood, the pressure of a gas, if it has to reduce, there has to be an increase in volume. But obviously, within our body, the space is limited. You don't get an opportunity to enhance your volume. So certainly the pressure has to go out somewhere. And if it is depleting so much, then it has some kind of organic disorders. And if it is more, it causes a different types of disorders. So it has to be perfectly balanced. And this mechanism or system, apana vayu, is responsible for releasing the relevant pressure from the body. And if this apana vayu is perfectly balanced, all your excretory organs are believed to be in absolute sync. And also, especially diabetic patients, they will have a perfect enough level of insulin getting generated in their body. If you ever happen to see certain dysfunction with your excretory system, some minor problems here and there, or maybe if you're a diabetic patient, it's better you practice Apana Vayu Mudra, just your middle finger and ring finger together. Press the tips firmly with your thumb. Do this for few minutes a day for few months, and you should see your insulin levels certainly improving and also your excretory system working flawlessly. Last but not the least, Samana Vayu. This is responsible primarily for regulating the temperature in your body. And this is one of the reasons, even if you stand in a cold environment with minus 20 degrees Celsius outside, everything else is frozen, but your blood doesn't freeze. If you touch your saliva, you still feel the warmth. And Samana Vayu makes this happen for you. The moment a human being dies, in no time after the pranavayu leaves, the samanavayu also depletes from the body. As a result, you see the body tend to get cold. The body will be almost freezing in no time. And the reason for this, you have to memorize the Stefan's Boltzmann law, which you would have read in childhood. When there is a body and there's a difference in temperature from the respective body to the surroundings, um, the rate at which the heat will be transferred from this particular body to the surrounding is too high. This being one of the reasons, mm, once the Samanavayu is not regulated, the body freezes in no time. And if you ever feel there is a drop in temperature in your body or you need to be more warm, just practice Samanavaya Mudra, all four fingers together, and press the tips firmly with your thumb as you see on the screen. Now that you understood how each of these prana vayus operate in the human body, the purpose primarily uh, behind chanting these phrases, prana is swaha, samana is swaha, udana is swaha. The way when we consume food, the energy coming from the food is distributed to various organs in the human body. Similarly, when we are offering food to the god, we assume that the energy from the food that we are offering has to be distributed as per the necessary uh, volumes among each of these panchavayus. Hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you have any other topics which you believe could be worth covering in our channel, please feel free to let us know. And please like, share, and subscribe this video. We appreciate your feedback.